Okay, so we're at Cape Henlopen State Park in Delaware. The Cape is right across the Delaware Bay from Cape May. And we are a little bit early for our campsite. It's about 11 o'clock on July 17th. So we can't check into our site until 1 o'clock. So we're going to borrow some free bikes here. And we're going to take a ride around on the bike path first. So first we'll head into the Nature Center and take a look in there. There we go. Okay, so we're heading into the Nature Center. Let's take a look. Come on in, Kat, we'll rent the bikes. Scratch his little hood. So this is the Nature Center. Great place for the kids. Lots of fish. Okay, so we just started out on our bike ride. Yeah, we're going to ride the bike loop, which is about 3.5 miles. Really pleasant. It's going to be pushing 90 degrees today. But right now it's in the mid-high 80s and it's a cool breeze in the shade. And here we go. The Cape Henlopen bike path. Let me hear your little bell, Kat. See, we even have little bells. This is a real nice spot over here in the forest. No, there's no hills on this. We're on the coast of Delaware. So here we have these towers around on this island, or on this cape. These were built here around World War II. This was an artillery battery here for protection of the Delaware Bay. And there's some cannon emplacements here. And this was used in World War II as a little military base. Those towers were used as spotting towers. There's a few of these. And from what I understand, they would use these to kind of triangulate and then get their cannon shot if needed. But then the place was abandoned. This is Fort Miles. We'll be approaching that shortly. So this gives you a little info on that. These observation towers. Look who's coming. Ooh. And here is a bunker, it looks like, from the World War II days. We'll be coming up on Fort Miles in a few minutes. All right, so here we are entering Fort Miles. Yep. This is the old Fort Miles. Yep. I think they said it was built 1939 to 1942. These are barracks. These here are some 3-inch guns. And then there's obviously a gun that can be transported on wheels. Wow. I think they moved these guns to this spot. Well, this was a gun site, as you see, from the cement.
Sorry, baby, they're on my dress.
And here's another, oh, that's a 90mm gun we just passed, the one with the wheels, that's 90mm. Here's a couple of more. Let's see what the sign says. Yep. 3-inch guns. As you see,
Yeah, go behind them. Yeah, get up there. There's benches up here.
okay. All right, so we're gonna head up this path. Yeah, this is part of the museum tour over here. There's bathrooms. All right, let's take a little bike ride up this way. All right. Not sure if they ever use these guns though. Thank God. So this is the spotter house that was moved to this location. It was shared by 2 soldiers, I think maybe even volunteers that would take turns climbing up into that little cupola there and spotting any aircraft and notating what they were. I think they were all friendly. Okay, so this howitzer is a 1918 gun. I think they call it the M114. So an older one. Let's take a look up here at this guy. And this big guy is a 6-inch gun. And now we're gonna go check out the real big bad boy up here. Oh boy. Let's take a look at that one. And this is the big daddy. 16-inch. They would put these on battleships in World War II. Let's take a look around here. And here's a shell and what it can do to the steel. And also this 16-inch gun is from the battleship Missouri, which is the ship on which the Japanese surrendered in 1945.
So we're on a bike loop trail, about 2 miles,
3.5.
3.5 miles, and it's a very hot day, so we just stopped for some grapes and something to drink and these wonderful air-conditioned restrooms
Yeah.
to cool off. It's very nice in the shade, there's a nice breeze, but that sun is brutal. So we're 2/3 the way back to the visitor center, so we're on our way.
All right. Nice. And we had nice frozen Capri Suns. Excellent.
Plenty of water.
Okay, let's
Bye.
continue the journey. Onward, Katarin.
If I don't make it because of the heat, I love you all.
Here we go. Okay, so here we have another World War II era observation tower, and this one is open so we can climb up to the top and get a view. So let's go take a look at that. Okay, we're inside the tower. We haven't reached the top yet. This is the view just below the top. There's Fort Myers, right at the Fort Miles or Myers, right in front of us. That's the museum area. You might see the 16-inch gun right through the trees there. And that gun, I found out, is from the Missouri, the battleship Missouri, of which, of course, the Japanese surrendered on that ship in 1945. It's right in the center of the picture. And if we pan around, we'll see the ocean. And there's another observation tower. And then the lighthouse just above the trees. Let's go up to the top. Okay, so here's a view from the top of Fort Myers. And to the right, you might see the underground bunkers toward the right of the picture. And the barracks. 16-inch gun is in the center, just above the trees. If we pan to the left, we'll see Cape Henlopen itself, the sandy part in the distance. And another observation tower and the lighthouse. Beautiful view from up here. Okay, one more view of another observation tower. So this is an entrance to the underground bunkers here, right along this ridge. There are a few entrances to it, and it just gives me a little feel, a little reminder of Omaha Beach, the German fortifications out in France. Amazing that we had these defenses here. I don't think of that often during World War II, what we were doing to protect ourselves. This guy's not afraid. He's got something going on with his ears. Hey, buddy. at me, I'm 12. Okay, so this is the actual Cape Henlopen Point. This area is closed in the summer. And right there, that little sandy beach is the point. Looks very inviting. And as we move to the left, we'll see a little lighthouse here on the jetty. And across the water out there somewhere is Cape May, New Jersey. Let's talk about a king crab. Well, we arrived at the Senator McBride Beach bathhouse. So we're heading to the beach here at Henlopen State Park, and we'll be taking a look at the Atlantic Ocean. It's another hot day, and it's hazy.
Hard
Yeah.
to breathe, but it's
Yeah, it's a little warm and muggy, but it's cool. There's a cool
Very
breeze.
humid,
A very cool breeze, yeah.
9 in the morning.
Mhm. Hello.
Yeah. That's not your, yeah. Yeah.
Well, it's wonderful that you do that, though. It is. I mean, yeah, some of these developments, well, I saw a picture. My grandmother lived in Henlopen.
Okay.
I don't know.
And,
Here. That way it's a closer shot at the feeder and you don't...
So for our last activity here at Henlopen State Park, we're going to walk the Seaside Nature Trail down to Delaware Bay. And we'll take a look at that. I think it's about 3/4 of a mile round trip. Well, the heat was a little too much for Kathy, so she went back to the nature center. Well, here she comes. She changed her mind,
Changed my mind.
and she's on the way.
I don't think we should be separated.
Okay. So we'll try this trail together.
I
It's,
didn't want to leave you alone,
it's rather short.
being an elderly man and all, on a trail. Here, put these in your pocket.
And right there we have another bunker left over from World War II. And we're gonna head down this way into the forest to the beach. It's really rather pretty here, very pretty. So quiet out here today. Okay, so this is Delaware Bay. That's Cape Henlopen right in front of us over there, behind the lighthouse. And to our left is the fishing pier. These nice beach grasses